On Roblox, we get plenty of closed community games that decide to go public, and some of them doing well, but honestly falling off quickly after that, and some of them just seem to love to scam the community. So why do these closed community games always just seem to fail? Now, given that Type Soul is the only game on this list that publicly released and was free to play, these games also did have a public playtest, and you can clearly see from the history of these games, they are not safe from the scumminess of the closed community curse. But moving on to the first reason why these games just always seem to fail, we have to talk about the developers of these games themselves. So if you've been moving like Patrick and you've been living under a rock for all of 2024, Type Soul might have been the most problematic game that year and possibly of all time. There's too many issues to talk about with Type Soul, such as the balancing. They just seem to not want to change Hakuda, even though the entire community was complaining about that. And by the time they changed up Hakuda, they waited till their game was dead. See, I don't know why they would do that, because nobody's playing your game, so obviously nobody cares anymore. But it wasn't Hakuda alone. There was a lot of just elements, as in when I say elements, I mean shikas, I mean reses, shrifts, all of that they just did not want to balance. They released a broken thing, they didn't balance it, then they just released a new broken thing that was better than the past broken thing, so everything just started becoming broken. But then moving on from Type Soul alone and just talking about the developers of the majority of these closed community games, they just love to scam us. I don't know why they want to steal our money so bad. Obviously, I know that they want the bread, but they could still post the game itself and still get a good amount of bread from it because the game is actually decent. But talking about sorcery as a whole, when this junk first dropped, everything was stolen. I don't think the owner made a single part of his game besides making the group, making the game page, and making the game name. Sorcery ain't even that unique, you know what I'm saying? It's just a single word. But anywho, moving on from that, this owner got changed apparently, and I'm not cut up on the sorcery lore, but I did see a video pop up recently by this dude right here, and he was talking about how the old owner is actually still lurking in the Discord. He still has access to a whole lot of stuff, even though this dude was the most problematic dude in the world. I forgot to mention how this dude said, "Oh, it's okay to scam. I'm 15. I need money. You guys should understand, right?" We don't understand, brother. There's no age you should be scamming at, and there's no acceptable age to be scamming somebody at. But I'm not going to go into full details about the situation, but if you do want to see a sorcery video alone, just let me know, and I got y'all know what I'm saying. But this dude did also make people pay again and again and again. If you already had access to the game, you had to spend more money to get back in, and I'm pretty sure he did that again. This dude really wants your bread. He does not care about what you think. And a lot of these closed community game owners just seem to think that they're buying our trump, or they might think they're already like Marshall Academy and they can't tell us nothing about the game. Just say soon and just say trust, but we can't trust nothing because nothing has been shown to us except sneak peeks of nothing we care about. Real talk. So I had to get that off my chest. But a lot of these closed community owners really think they're moving out here like celebrities, bro. But moving on to the next reason, because I could then make the whole video about developers alone, because they're the main issue. I'm gonna be so real with you. But for the next reason on why these games just always seem to fail, we have to talk about the community itself. Now, I'm not saying this about all you closed community players, but a lot of closed community games just seem to attract mouth-breathing Discord mods who like to play the game 25/8 like it's their 9-to-5 job because killing freshies is fun. They just absolutely ruin the game for anybody, because if you're not really a closed community game player and you're trying to get more so into closed community games, these guys will not let you in. They have it locked up like the gate outside of Killua's house in Hunter x Hunter. They do not want you to pass. And take Type Soul for example. When the game went public for the first time back in the summer of 2023, I was making TikToks about how to get Bankai, how to get Shikai, how to get all this stuff. And 10 minutes after my TikTok drops, the requirements are changed. I don't know why closed community people gotta be the biggest gatekeepers in the world, and I know finding stuff out in the game can be fun, but when you really don't have any set direction to go into, because keep in mind, you didn't even have a tutorial. All you had were the guys that the Type Soul community devs, mods, whatever would see it, report it to daddy devs, and then they would change the requirements within the next 10 seconds. The beginner guides had a 10-second lifespan, sometimes even shorter. And like I mentioned before, the type of people that these closed community games just seem to attract, they just seem to have a thing for people who are not their age. Yeah, a thing for people who are not their age. We're getting serious here. We're getting into the nitty gritty. this should have been in the developer portion, but I know y'all heard about the Type Soul situation. I don't even want to go into detail with it. Nasty, all of them. You know what I'm saying? Not all of them, but a lot of them. Absolutely disgusting, bro. And the last point I have about the community, and this low-key could have just gone into the developers section, but I have to talk about how the developers, owners, whatever, anybody involved with this game, if you were in the closed community before the game became public, another Type Soul instance. If you came from the closed community stage of the game to the public stage of Type Soul, you were glazed. You were treated like you had royal blood running through your system. They had specs, they only listened to them. Type Soul had testers, but they would literally only take advice from these people that they trusted, and that was through the closed community stage. And to the other testers, they had no say in anything. Now, this hasn't exactly happened in these other closed community games just yet, but we've recently seen with Ghoul with the drama, the beef, whatever's going on with them. We can clearly see that they're cursed from the same infection that Type Soul had on them. Now, to be completely honest, if you don't know anything about the Ghoul drama, you can watch this video right here or this video. I don't know which side is true, and to be completely honest, I don't care which side is true, because I'm probably not playing Ghoul in the first place. But as you can see from the stuff that I've gathered up, the owners are being glazed by the content creators of Ghoul and the people who aren't content creators of Ghoul. It's a glazed circle, bro. I don't know what else to call it. But from this situation alone, I can tell that if Ghoul ever does decide to go public, it's just not gonna do good, because it might have good players on release, but it's gonna fail just like Type Soul did, because it's already off to a bad start and the game ain't even out yet. But for the final reason why these closed community games just always seem to fail or exit scam us, we have to talk about the paywall behind these games alone. Now, for this part specifically, I'm headed for you, Mashal. I'm headed straight for Mashal Academy 2024. We got to play Mashal Academy in February. Cool. Content creators got in for free, so I'm not pressed about it, but I know the community is, because they had to drop $20 to get into this game, and it's almost been a full cycle around the sun, and we still haven't played the game yet. Now, I don't know what's going on. I know that Wave Zeros have been testing, so they've been in the game doing whatever, but they haven't been telling the community anything. And like I always say, I know devs don't really owe the community anything, but specifically to these people who paid, they owe them something. Now, if it's a game like Royal Seas and you ain't pay and you ain't getting no announcements, sure, they don't owe you anything because you haven't paid them money. But Mashal Academy specifically, people spend money on this, and 20 may not sound like a lot to some, but to some people, especially on Roblox, because it's a lot of kids on this platform, $20 is what they see in a month. So the fact that the game hasn't been transparent with us and told us anything about the game is just honestly kind of a tragedy. But I hope the game does return soon, because I had a decent time on the game, and I'd love to make some more gameplay videos on the game whenever that junk releases. But moving on, we just have to talk about something even worse. We gotta talk about Ninja. Now, I know you may be the gameplay in the background. Now, I know I may have had a fun time in the playtest. The game was chill. The game was cool. But these are the prices to play the game. If you spend $35 right now, you can't even play yet, because I don't think Wave Zero is open. Correct me if I am wrong though. 35, still crazy. Moving on, you can pay 100 for the same thing as before. You just get a little more perks. They're cooking, right? They're cooking. $200 to play the game right now. $200 if you want to play the game within the next 5 minutes. Not even next 5 minutes. Now, I don't want to hear anybody saying, if you can spend the 200, spend the 200. Do not spend the 200. You could do so much more important things with $200, bro. You could get yourself a new pair of shoes. You could get your fashion up. You could become more fly. You could spend that on food. You could spend that on movie tickets. You could spend it on an actual game outside of Roblox. But 200 on Roblox, is that not crazy to y'all? Now, I just don't understand it. Like, if you can spend the 200 and you spend the 200, it's still like, why? Why are you spending 200 on Roblox out of everything on planet Earth? And I'm gonna use the same argument that everybody else uses. People call Deepwoken the best game on Roblox, and it's only $5. So if you're spending $200 on a game on Roblox, that's just crazy to me, you know. And if it's eventually gonna be literally less than that and you're still dropping 200, you can't be fiending that much to play the game. But before we leave this topic to close it out, I just want to say that you guys are the method. You guys are the people that Punch Made Dev is rapping about. You guys are the people that these alpha males, these high value men are making courses about. You guys are the method. They're making so much bread off you. They could take the people who paid 200 and given, I don't know how many people did, but I'm sure people bought the 35, maybe some even bought the 100, and someone at least someone bought the 200. They could take that and run. You should not be spending this much on a game that isn't released yet, because anything could happen. If they dead just decide one day, hey, I don't want to work on this game anymore, they pass it to someone else, that person's like, hey, I don't want to work on this junk either. Your money's gone. You're not getting it back. I mean, unless you work for it back and unless money's no issue to you. But still, you're spending money on something that isn't even released yet. So it's not even guaranteed, my brother. Lock in. But that's going to do it for me. Hopefully y'all did enjoy that video. And no, I did not copy blkyonko, however you say his name, bro. I had this video in the works. I saw his video on my recommended. I dropped down to my knees in tears because I was like, dang, it's dead gonna look like I copied him, but I didn't. But let me know if there's any more issues y'all have with closed community games. Let me know what y'all think the future of closed community games is. Do you think any of the games on this list will actually publicly release? And if they do release, do y'all think they will sustain? Or do y'all think they will fall off? Type so. But I'm gonna stop my yap and make sure to like, subscribe, turn on notifications so you never miss a banger again, because I'm posting a Hollow Knight video. Yes, I'm posting a Hollow Knight video soon. I'm gonna post a Marvel Rivals video soon. I know it's not Roblox, but y'all better watch it or I'm gonna smack you on your bottom. I'm gonna stop my yapping. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see y'all in the next one.